right? Now let me take up one case study right here. As such, anyhow, in the till now we saw the different programs for reading the data of 100 characters from the input device, store into the memory space. Then also we saw how to write the 100 characters from the memory space onto the output device. Now let us have a kind of a condition checking in that particular looping. As you see the problem statement has read 100 characters from the input device, which is a normal reading process itself, store into the record, which is again normal. But the second line of your problem statement, I want you to understand that stop the input process if you read the character E. Okay, if you read the character E, you have to stop the input process, right? It is as same as you have an input device right here. Okay, this is what input device. Okay, that's the input device. When you are keep reading, however I told you as well, so as soon as you read, it will be stored onto the accumulator register. I'll see in place of the register, and that read data, as I mentioned, you have to push it onto the memory location. But before you write onto the memory location, here I am giving the a kind of condition checking, my dear. It's a condition checking, yeah, it's here. You need to do the condition checking whether that read data, okay, that read data, is it equal to E or not. If it is equal to E, students, if it is equal to E, you are not supposed to put it onto the memory location. That's what the condition which we have in the problem statement. If the read data is, that's where I'll say it like this, it will read, you will read from it, you check the condition. If the condition satisfies, then put it onto the memory space. If the condition, I mean say, if the data is different in that perspective itself, okay, here I'll just say is it equal to E. If it is yes, then stop reading. If it is no, okay, if it is no, the red character is not equal to E, then you go for put it into the memory location. This is what the problem statement says, right? I repeat, this is the problem statement which says. For this, now let us generate the program. As usual, I'll simply say that read as the input, it's the name of the program. I'll say start and 1500 some address I'll just give, and how many characters I'm reading, as I'm reading. So for your information, I'll just directly write the SACXC program itself, as it will be easy for you guys to understand as well. Okay, LDT 100 I'll say, followed by, I'll just initialize the you know what, yeah, let me initialize the respective register, which is LDX hash 0. Okay, I'll just initialize the hash 0. Yeah, LDX is being initialized with the 0. Now I'll, as usual, I'll start with the loop. I'll test the input device in div. I'll just declare that later. So as usual, I need to compare, and if it is equal, I need to jump back to the loop. If not, I can read from the in div, and that will be there in the accumulator register. That I need to put it onto the record, x, and increment. Okay, this is where very importantly, before, as soon as you read it, okay, as soon as you read it, you are not supposed to directly compare with it. Okay, you are not supposed to directly compare with it. Instead of that, what you can do, what you can do in the sense, here either, okay, either you need to there are two ways, my dear. One is here itself, what I will do for your understanding. Okay, here I'll say with the S register, I'll initialize with the hash 65. If you ask me what is this 65 means, this is the hexadecimal or ASCII equivalent of the character E. ASCII equivalent of your character E. So here what I'll do, I'll just make use of compares compare, because see, as soon as you read the data from the input device, what did I say? It is there in the accumulator register, right? I am comparing with the S comma A. What is S? S is the ASCII equivalent of your E. and what is there in the A, whatever you read now. If both are same, right, if both are same, you need to stop the process, is it not? If both are same, you need to stop the process. I'll just say JEQ stop. I'll just say JEQ stop. What is the stop? Let me define that later. But did you understand this? Like, you know, if it is if both are same, I'll just stop here. I'll not go for writing into the memory location. If it is not, then only I'll just write it onto the memory location like this, record comma x, right? Then as usual, once after I write onto the if I write onto the record, then I'll just increment x and compare with the t. If I am not done with reading all the 100 characters, then only I'll JLT loop, right? So that's how where I'll be jumping back to the loop. Okay, so this process will be continued, right? So I hope you are getting. So this is where I'll just declare initialize the indiv. Indiv is nothing else input device number with the byte x f1, and also I need to initialize with the record reserve byte 100, right? So here I'll have end instruction. My dear students, here I have an end instruction, and this top label I'll give to this end. Can you see now? So here I'm comparing, both are equal. I'm jumping to the stop. What is that stop? It is the end process where I'm ending the input reading process, right? This is what one way where you can achieve this task. If you want me to if you ask me what is the other way, in the sense, you see the slight differences, I'll make it out. For this you know, this one I'll just remove it off. I can, okay, so I'll just place this here. I can have one I'll say char byte. Here itself I can initialize the character E, right? I can initialize the character E. Now you see, as soon as you read the data from the input device, this is where in this process of comparison, I'll say COMP, what is there in the character, what is there in the accumulator register, it is the character what you read, that I'll compare with this char. What is this char? Char is the one which has this character E, because I stored character E onto the char, that I am comparing here. So two ways, either you store, I mean, you initialize that character E to the variable like this, otherwise respective ASCII value you initialize onto the register, and register to register comparison you do it, otherwise compare with the respective character. Both are one and the same. So that is what the process for achieving this problem statement, where you will be reading the 100 characters. So in between, if you come across with the character E, see like this, any kind of condition you can take up. In my example, I'm just taking this condition that I'll be stopping the input process if I read the character E. Instead of that, you can have anything. Okay, that's a program for you.